Hey guys, and welcome to VSR Software. Today I'm unboxing this CYMA CM.701 sniper. Okay guys, so before we get started, if you are enjoying my content, do consider subscribing, it does help me out a lot. So today I've got the CYMA CM701 sniper rifle. This is a clone of the TM VSR or the JG Bar 10, which is also a clone of the TM VSR. So we'll get started straight away. Nice label on the front of the box, just showing which model we've got. So we've got the black model, obviously the model number. I'm not quite sure what a real shot version is, but whatever. The rest of the box is completely just plain brown on the top for the lid, and then underneath it is just styrofoam, polystyrene underneath. So we'll get started straight away unboxing and get that out of the way. Ooh. And there it is. First thing I'm going to say is this thing is pretty damn long. So it obviously goes quite some distance. So it comes, I thought that was inside the polystyrene, it's not. So literally a single piece of paper that is a target on one side and the usual English instructions on the other side, just to make sure you're safe with it. So I'm going to remove the plastic and we'll get started having a look. So peel back the plastic. Inside we'll go through the accessories first. Little bag of BBs, as I usually said, of questionable quality, never going to see the light of day again, so I'll chuck those back in. We've got a beefy Allen key. I'm guessing that's possibly for dismantling the sniper using the Allen key bolts that are in the body. We've then got, firmly wedged in there, we've got 2 magazines, which is quite nice. So you get 2 in there, meaning that's what most people will need for a full game, and 100 round speed loader as well to load your mag. So effectively you could take 150, 160 rounds out with you into a game, meaning that you're active and able to carry on playing for a full round. So underneath here we've just got the usual silicone gel to keep it dry, and we've got a very long loading rod that is slightly bent and off angle there, possibly might be a weak point on break, but I'm sure we've all got loads of those anyway. So get the rifle back in here. Now first thing I want to say, there's almost like well, there is a textured feel to it, almost like a rubberized, almost but not, almost rubberized feel to it. Now it is really light, really light, as you would sort of expect from a sniper rifle. It is quite solid plastic. There's no creak in it, that was just my hands moving on it. Obviously to dismantle it, we've got a bolt here, a bolt here, and a bolt here, and this whole thing will just separate into 2 parts, obviously the upper receiver and the lower receiver. Now we've got a nice little RIS rail pre-fitted there to put your scopes on. That's just screwed down. Obviously a gap in the middle, as we usually have 2 mounting points on a scope. Got the safety and fire at the back, nice click from one to the other, cocking handle, nice press of the mag release there. Now it does look quite well oiled down in there, and we'll have a look how Chrono this and feedback on this in a minute. So let's have a look at the pull. Ooh, nice click up there, pull it back, nice firm click down, we'll take it off safe. Ooh, nice solid whack to that. Now these are reportedly doing about 500 FPS straight out of the box, which I will confirm in a minute with a 0.2 gram BB. Hopefully that is true. It means out of the box this is a pretty good starter. It puts you roughly at the FPS that you want, particularly for UK sight limits. The hop adjuster is here on the front, and it's nice and firm. I don't think that's going to go anywhere during the playing and things. Obviously it will just need some setting first. It does feel really nice to hold actually. It's not as heavy as I was expecting, I suppose. The end of the stock is rubberized, meaning it'll grip on well. it's all very, very, very solid. Let's have a look how well the magazine goes into the mag well. Magazine, nice click in there, sits nice and flush to the body as you would want it to do. So I'll press the button, and the button did actually free it up and release it, so it's easy to grab and easily comes out. So I'm quite happy with that in general. Now that seems like a really good package. These are available for around £120 to £130 inside the UK from various retailers, and as a budget entry-level sniper, considering it's compatible with the Tokyo Marui VSR parts, means that you've got a very versatile weapon here. I'll just quickly separate it down just to have a quick look at the internals, although I won't be doing a full disassembly, and then I'll go and get it chronoed and come back and confirm the chronoing. So there are 3 different styles there: a short one, medium one and a long one. Make sure you keep them in the right order, and then this should just separate like that. So now most of the weight in this sits in the stocks. I'm guessing that's possibly partially weighted to obviously compensate. The trigger guard is removable, it is actually metal, the trigger guard, so I'll put that to one side. Now I've got in there a fairly standard looking system there. Safety's working, just nice mechanical easy going safety there, so you can't pull the trigger. It all looks clean, actually well oiled. That looks like a plastic spring guide in there, could be wrong. I will do another video another time of a full disassembly of this, possibly upgrades as well. And obviously just to remove the trigger block, it's screw at the front, screw at the back, and this will lift out. Now I am sure, or I am convinced, that the trigger sears in these are not the strongest. So although it will work for a while, the trigger sears probably are going to fail through wear and tear, as they do on the original Marui one. So eventually you're probably going to have to replace this, and a lot of people choose to go for a 0 trigger or some such for a bit of performance out of it. And then there we go, it's all nicely back together. Just realign the mag release button. Oops, I'm making an absolute mockery of this. If you are a sniper, I do apologise. Sniping is not normally my thing. There we go, so that's back in and aligned. I did make a bit of a mockery of that, so I'm just going to put the screws back in. So that's the short one back at the front. Get that wound in. You want it tight but not overly tight in case you might damage something. Middle one in the middle, and then the long one at the back there. Now I don't think this one actually needed to be removed to separate the two. It was just the front two that needed to be removed. There we go, so done and sorted. I'm going to go and get this chronoed and come back and tell you how we've got on. Okay guys, so just been and chronoed this. I put some 0.2 gram BBs through it using one of the included mags. First of all, it fed absolutely every single round from first to last, and I filled the entire mag. every round fed in and shot perfectly. They averaged out at 494 feet per second on a 0.2 gram BB with no hop whatsoever. So that means that the reports online are accurate. It is doing around UK site limits. The highest reading I got was 500.1 feet per second, and the lowest I got was 492 feet per second. So it is very consistent. The 500 was a one-off reading and the 492 was a one-off reading. Everything else was about the 494, 495, so it's quite consistent. That's out of a full mag as well. I don't know how it's going to perform. We'll give it a test and I'll do a bit of a review on it later and let you know how it performs bog standard out of the box. I am pretty impressed actually with it. There's not much of it to look at. There's no real trades. There's a serial number, as you can see. It is just a nice, plain, simple sniper rifle, which I suppose it's exactly what you want. It's all about cabin concealment and manoeuvring and things. Really, really impressed with it though, especially for the price, just over £100. Doing UK site limits or close to it. Really, really nice piece of kit. One thing I have noticed is the end cap does unscrew. It is threaded, so it's a negative thread. So if I unscrew that, now what that leaves down there is the barrel and the thread. It does mean that you can buy an adapter and you can fit a suppressor to the front of this as well if you wanted an even longer sniper type barrel, or you just wanted to try and quieten it off a little bit with a suppressor. That is another option that you've got there. So all in all, I am actually really impressed with this rifle. It's good value for money, a good starter. As it's compatible with the TM stuff, it also gives you a lot of upgradability options as well, which is obviously always nice. And if something did break or was to wear out, then parts are easily available for a mixed range of prices, really. So I'll leave you with the usual pictures straight after this. Thank you for watching. Please do subscribe if you are enjoying my content. Thanks a lot. See you next time. Bye.